Hey guys, so in this tutorial, this is only for Gorilla Tag Fangame devs, I'm going to teach you how to add an intro scene to your Gorilla Tag Fangame. This intro scene is just a scene that a gorilla rig spawns in, and you can tap a button to teleport into your main scene. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So step number one is go to a scenes folder that you have, right click, create scene. I'm gonna call it intro scene, but I'm gonna call mine example example day. And you're gonna right click, you're gonna double click, and you should be teleported into the beautiful default Unity skybox that we all know and love. Anyways, on this main camera, right click, delete it because we're not gonna need it. Then go to your resources, Gorilla Prefabs, and drag in your Gorilla rig. Drag it all the way above. You're gonna right click, prefab, unpack completely, remove the XR rig, and add an XR origin, because this is what helps the most. Then, on camera floor offset, drop down, and then drag in the Gorilla player. And camera, drag the main camera, and then on tracking origin mode, put that at floor. Then, on both left hand and right hand controller, add component sphere collider. Make sure that the sphere collider has ace trigger on and the radius is at 0.06. Now you might be wondering, Brainhook, where is it? It's right there. Look at it. Then also make sure that the tag is hand tag. I don't know if that's necessary, but I'm gonna do it just in case. Then add right hand controller, make two layers, left hand and right hand. Put the right hand layer in there, and the left hand, put left hand as the layer. So that will allow you to walk around and stuff. So that was basically setting up the Gorilla rig. Now what you're going to do is right click, Pro Builder, Plane. And this plane is basically just a plane. Well, yeah. This plane is going to be your floor. So let's just drag it on here nicely under the Gorilla rig. Alright. Nicely under the Gorilla rig. And drag it up, you know. Okay, so now what you're going to do is click on Edge Selection, and if you don't know how to get it, just click on Tools, Pro Builder, and then Pro Builder Window should give you this and this. But right now, what you're going to do is select all the outer edges by holding Shift. Yes, this is how you will have to do it. You're going to have to hold Shift while clicking on all the outer edges. Okay, now that you're done with that, you can click Control E, and it's going to do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to zoom out for this to be easier and drag this arrow all the way up. Like really up. This will prevent the player from escaping. Now here comes the cool part. Click on face selection and select every single face, like I said, by holding shift. Hold the shift while clicking on all of the wall faces. If you added a roof, then do the same for the roof. And now what you're going to do is go to Pro Builder. And if it doesn't appear for you, just click Shift again. And click on Detach Faces. So now these faces, or this wall, is one singular object. What you're going to do is on Inspector, turn off the Mesh Render. Not the Mesh Collider, because we need that. Just turn off the Mesh Renderer. So it doesn't like render the wall and stuff. And now for the piece of resistance, or the main piece of this puzzle, you're gonna right click 3D object cube. Now this cube is pretty big, but we can fix that by turning it into a button by using the red and green boxes and maybe the gray box. You're gonna drag it all the way over here. Scale it up if it's too small, or I'm gonna keep mine like that. Then make sure that the box slider is trigger on. Then you're going to go into the description of this video, into the Google Drive link, and download and make sure to download the scene switcher on collision script. I don't know who made it, but whoever made it, shout out to you, you're cool. What you're going to do is go to Assets, Scripts, if you dragged it in, you should have scripts folder. Drag it in, click on the box collider or the box, and drag in the scene switcher on collision script. And now on scene to load, put precisely, and I mean precisely, the name of your scene. You can just do that by here, rename, Control C, then go to your cube and click Control V. Now you're not done yet and it won't fully work. But first thing I recommend doing is materialize everything. So I'm just gonna add a green button and add the white texture to these hands, to make it look like a default Gorilla rig. If you're wondering why they were pink, it's because I have URP, or Universal Render Pipeline. Then what you're gonna do is File, Build Settings, and click on Add Open Scenes. And now if we try it, it should work. Let me just do one final check if everything seems to be working. Okay, so let's give it a shot. So as you can see, it's not exactly pointing the right way, but that's completely fine. We're gonna drag our guy over here. And we're gonna drag this sphere collider, your hand, and click on the button. Oh. So make sure it clicks the button, and it should teleport you into your main scene, as it did for me. And that is how to add an intro scene to your Gorilla Tag Fangame. Now, you can customize this however you want, but this is just a basic tutorial on how to do it. You don't need these specific materials. You can do whatever you want, but I just showed you how to make the main thing and make sure it works. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope this tutorial helped y'all. And I hope your Gorilla Tag Fangames look just as good as mine. So with that out of the way, see you later. Sayonara, peace, and goodbye.